How are you all doing today? I'm so excited to be here live, and I'm so excited to be announcing this to all of you. So, I am out here in Arizona, and I just arrived yesterday, and so acclimating to this energy and this weather, and it's so beautiful. The sun is just coming up, and I'm so grateful to be here. And that being said, I am doing VIP day retreats and overnights in this area. So in Scottsdale, Cave Creek area for the day retreats, and in Sedona for the overnight retreats. And I'm so excited to be delivering this offer to all of you. And also, if you are in another location and want a day retreat, an overnight, a 3-day just for you, or just for you and your partner, know that that is always available, and you can always reach out to me and I will give you more details on that. And so what these consist of is you being able to fully let go, fully surrender, not do any of the work or any of the effort at all, and allow yourself to have an experience. So allow yourself to have a very real lived experience during that day. Now, of course, the tough stuff may come up. Of course, healing will happen, but we're not going to be doing healing work as you know it, as you traditionally know it. It's about simply, being out for a nature hike and being out in nature. And I am there with you, holding space and moving right by your side. And sometimes we're in silence and sometimes we're in conversations. And I'm getting the intuitive messages and, of course, the nudges on what is most beneficial for you and what to relate to you, the wisdom, the knowledge, the healing that I have to be relayed to you. And then you are relaying to me anything that's coming up that wants to be expressed, anything that you're feeling, or anything from the past, or anything right now that you are wanting to create. And so the options are totally endless for this. And for the day retreats, it's 6 hours together. And I customize it specifically for you. So I do energy scans beforehand. We have a conversation beforehand. I get super clear about where you're at in your journey and how you can best be supported. So this is so different than like a day off. This is a day retreat, fully disconnected, and having the support, and not only that, having the energy, the frequency, and the vibration around you, okay? Because what I've realized is that there are still so many people who are, I wanna say, stuck in a lower vibration for whatever that is, and replaying the past, knowing that things need to change, so knowing the what, but not knowing the how, okay? And so I'm here to guide you on that. And so, for example, yesterday, I had a conversation with a woman who then booked an overnight retreat with me, which I'm so excited about. We're gonna do it up in the Sedona area. And during that conversation, she has had a health crisis in the last year. And so she's dealing with that. And she has a lot of fear around that returning and not being able to move beyond that, okay? And also, this woman is like so many of us in the past, where she is so strong and she is able to carry the load of everyone around her. So for her family, at her work, and she literally carries so much energetic weight on her, or had in the past, from showing up to support all these people. And now, after this health crisis, it is a huge aha moment and knowing for her that she must do things differently. And she, when she talks, she knows that her body, her spirit, her soul is wanting to be way more in her feminine energy than her masculine. So, and yet it's overwhelming to make all these changes. So during our time together, I will allow her to experience being in feminine receptive energy, being in flow state, having that very real lived experience of that for 2 full days, to rewire and reset her nervous system so that something that is so foreign to her, like being in that state of receiving and being in her feminine energy, will now begin to get activated into her field. Okay. And then as she departs, and by the way, during that retreat, I also have booked in 2 hands-on sessions. So if you do an overnight with me, you will get 2 hands-on sessions. The first one being the end of the last day before you go to bed at night. A 30-minute body work, cranial sacral energy work to really open up your field so that you can heal in your dream state, but also get messages. And my intention is that you will have a very magical, beautiful dream state that night, okay? And then the next morning, midday before we depart, another full hands-on session, which by the way, I don't do hands-on sessions anymore. So this is unique to these retreats in order to integrate everything that we move through the day before. So it's not just enough to move through something and get activated. It's also so important to allow it to integrate into our field. And I know all this stuff, my friends, and I'm so excited to be moving you through this. So that being said, working with this woman up in Sedona, and we both know the healing properties and what Sedona brings to the table. So we have that. And then my vibration as a healer just naturally brings strong light. And so it exposes the hidden stuff. It exposes the shadow. It exposes the unconscious stuff when you are in the energy of that. So when you are around people who hold really strong light, so many times that stuff that is buried in the dark, it starts to come up and it starts to move, which is a huge blessing, by the way, my friends. Especially when you have the space and the support to then know what to do with it, okay? And so with her then really getting back to her feminine energy and then having to shift that first and foremost for herself, which then shifts the dynamic in her family, obviously, and the dynamic in her workplace. But literally last night when we were talking, we were talking about the past ways of doing things. And I said, hey, look, it's literally killing us. And she said, I know. And, you know, she teared up during our conversation. I was getting teared up during our conversation. And it's so true, my friends. And so it's like things need to change. And as women, we know that within ourselves, within our being, right? And yet so many times we don't know the how. And so we keep doing the past over and over and over again, even though it's slowly killing us. And we know that. Okay. And that does not make us weak by saying, I'm no longer going to hold all of this. I'm no longer going to show up and support all of this. No. It makes us really brave, courageous women to say, absolutely not. I am removing myself from those situations. I will not be the one that holds it all for everyone else at the expense of myself. And I am going to shift back to my feminine energy and allow myself to be so fully supported at this time. And so just know that during our time together, there will be no effort on your part. Okay. That is all up to me to provide for you. And again, it is about you letting go. It is about you surrendering, having the support you need, being out in flow state in the world, having all these experiences. So it's a hike in the desert. It's lunch that, you know, I've provided either at a bistro or a restaurant with music, with everything that is specific and customized to you to help you get these activations, to help you be in the present moment and move beyond any of the challenges, any of the tough stuff. And also then, you know, come up with a really great plan and tools to have for when you go back into your environment on how you can put into action to be, for example, with this woman, to live and be in her feminine energy, because that is so foreign to her. Okay. But she knows, because when she talks to me, that's what she's talking. And her spirit knows, and her soul knows, and she knows it's time. Okay. And the ego fights that, my friends. The ego fights change, and the ego, you know, resists. The ego so many times resists and kicks back because of fear, right? And yet the body, the mind, the spirit is like, let's do this, because change is here, and it's up to us to move forward in that. Okay. So there we have it, my friends. day retreats out here in Arizona, overnight retreats also available. And I want you to know that. So if any of this resonates with you, please do reach out to me. We will set up a phone call. We will have a quick conversation, make sure 100% that it is matched for both you and I, and then go ahead and pick a date that works for both of us, right? So my friends, this is the offer. This is how I am now working in person with all of my clients. And I'm so, so, so excited because it goes beyond any of the work that I've ever done, and nothing is forced. Nothing is forced. It is simply showing up to allow. It's about living life. It's about having an experience. It's about new things coming into your field. It's about magic and miracles and blessings for sure. It is about having a witness for your pain. It is about the tough stuff coming up, moving through it, allowing it to clear out, and for sure healing. But more than that, knowing that this is going to spark you to living fully alive. I have worked with and seen so many people, and what they're telling me, they're not living fully alive. And my friends, that energy is infectious. That energy is priceless. And that energy, that vibration, that frequency of passion, of excitement, of fire, of dancing, of movement, of everything that is alive, that is what we're here for. So if you are not in that or not in those environments, please allow yourself to understand that your life is for you, and we only have so much time here. And it is up to us to bring this life, this energy, this vibration, and to live fully alive while we are here. All right? If we're doing anything other than that, like, we are living a half-assed life that is not sparking us. Like, we're dead. And like, that is not what we're here for, my friends. Much love, and reach out to me if this resonates for you. I'm going to post my email below. Just my email. So if you're interested, my email is going to be in the comments area. Much love, many blessings. I'll see you here again very soon.